First and foremost, my name is 4Thumbs, Munch, and growing up, I came from a broken family. It's sad to say that. Um, I was born. My father was not around. Um, he was a very abusive father. So my mom and dad, they were always split up.
Okay.
So like, I didn't really know what it feels like to have a father.
Right.
Yeah. So my mom did her best, but at the same time, they're like first generations in America.
Yeah.
So they were still trying to figure it out too.
Right.
Same like we were, but we were still clueless because we didn't know.
Right. Right.
So yeah, my upbringing, no father, just mom. Um, my mom, she's a gambler, right? So back in the days, everybody, all their parents, they would go to like casinos and stuff like that, thinking that since they can't work or they can't speak English, that going to the to go gamble, casino was like a job.
Right.
That's what they think.
Right.
Right. But they got it like the other way around. Right. But the whole time, the casino was just raking them their money.
Right.
So yeah, growing up, yes, we were neglected, but we were loved too. My mom did her best. I have 5 brothers and 1 sister, and we were on welfare. So every time, like, we had food to eat or anything like that, it'll be like first of the month or a food stamp.
Right.
So I'm pretty sure a lot of people could relate to this, But with my story is that every time it was like first of the month or like the food stamp came around, like we never seen that.
Right.
Because my mom had an addiction to gambling.
Right.
And, she ain't figured it out. Also like people that she was around with, bad influence too.
Right.
But they didn't know no better either.
Of course.
So as I was growing up, I was always a trouble kid too as well. So I think maybe if I was a good kid, maybe I didn't choose some of the path that I did go. But because I was a bad kid too, so it just, just
You were
roll.
rebellious.
Yeah, rebellious. Yeah. So speaking about rebellious, like I remember we got in a car accident. I'm from Merced, and we went crawdad fishing, right? And what happened was when my mom turned out, and then a car fucking hit her, right? And then her car, and we were all in there. We fell in the ditch, right? So then after that, we were going to a chiropractor because the other car was at fault. And my mom kept promising us like, yeah, you guys got to go to a doctor, pretend that you guys are like hurt and stuff like that, because they'll give you money, right? So then we're all excited, you know what I mean? Like my mom pumped us up, and then like the other, like she had friends too that were going to, and my mom's like, yeah, we're gonna get like, a good little paycheck, and you guys could go buy whatever you guys want. So during that time, like Big Five, they used to send like fucking like the newspaper, like BB guns, rollerblades, and all that, right?
Yeah, the advertisement for all
all the
nice stuff.
advertisement, right? So we were so into it that we like, my mom's like, we could get all that. So then we would, like me and my little brother, we would cut those little coupons out, and we'll put it at the front door. There's a little nail, and then we'll put it on there, and like, oh, rollerblades, we're gonna get rollerblade, hockey stick, and stuff like that. We went to a chiropractor for a couple months. It almost felt like a whole year. And then, like we stopped going to chiropractor, and later on we were like wondering like, how come we haven't got paid yet, So later down the line, like we come to find out that, my mom already got the
money.
The money,
Yeah.
but she already took it, go gamma, and lost it all.
That's tough.
So that's when I rebel, right? That's when I rebel. So I was like, you know what? Like, we've been good. We went to doctors and all that. And it really broke our hearts because we were really looking forward to it.
You feel betrayed, basically.
Betrayed, yes.
Yeah, by your own mother.
Yes, yeah. But at the end of the day, she is my mother, and I love her to death.
Of course.
And I know that she didn't know no better either. She was still figuring things out.
Yes.
So I rebel. So back in 1993, 94, when they built the Walmart in Merced, right? Right when they built it, that's when we found out that all that big 5 dreams about rollerblades, that dream is shattered.
Right.
So what I do, me and my brothers, we went to Walmart. We stole everything out of Walmart. Rollerblades, Nintendo 64.
Everything you wanted.
Everything. Like a bike, I want a bike. I go in there, steal the bolt cutter, come back out, pop that chain.
How old was you?
I think I was probably 8 years old.
You was young.
Yeah, so, I mean, I'm not proud of it.
Of course.
But to all the parents out there, y'all gambling out there, tricking, all that shit. You know what I mean? Think before you guys do something, man, because it affects your kids. Like, it affected me. It made me become a bad person, and I went the wrong path because of, there was no support, right? We thought there was, but then it wasn't what we thought, right?
Basically, you had no hope.
Right, no hope.
Yeah.
So if they didn't get it for us, it's fine. We go get it ourselves, So that's something I'm not proud of, but that is an experience that I went through. That's when I rebelled.
Right.
And then at the age of 9, I already started smoking cigarettes, and then I look at my kids right now, they're 7 and 17. Mm-hmm. And I look at them, damn, they're like babies, And I'm thinking damn, I was smoking at 9 years old.
You was a baby.
Yeah. My mom and her boyfriend at the time, they used to go dumpster dive for cans and stuff, right? And they found packs of cigarettes. Uh-huh. So they brought it home and they put it in the little storage. So, us naughty little kids, right. And we went and go taste the cigarette. It tastes nasty as hell. I was like, how the hell people smoke cigarettes? But that's when we smoke off and on, just for fun, But that's when I did start smoking.
Try to be a big kid.
Yeah.
You want to look cool.
Yeah. And then the first time I ever saw drugs was right around that time, 9 years old, because my older brother, mm-hmm. he wanted a cigarette, so he went and go ask the neighbor, hey, can he get a cigarette? And dude's no, I don't have no cigarette. So 30 minutes later, he comes over to my house and gave us a roach, marijuana.
Roach.
It's not even a joint. It's already almost to the end, right? Yeah. And then I seen that. And I was like, damn. I was scared. I was actually scared.
Right.
When I saw marijuana, I was like, oh fuck, we're going to jail. Right? So that was that. And then I start stealing, stealing. And the first time I ever went to juvenile hall was 9 years old as well too.
Yeah, that's young.
Yeah, young. So I didn't know no better. I was with some of my Mexican friends, mm-hmm. and stealing was the thing to do because we couldn't get it. Our parents couldn't get it for us.
Right.
So I went to Sears, the Merced Mall Sears, mm-hmm. and I went and go steal some Adidas, the white one with the green, the old school ones. Uh-huh. Yeah. I stole those and I was walking out and then boom, I got fucking, I got caught by the security. Uh-huh. And then they took my information and then they just let me go, right? I didn't know no better. So I guess I had a court date and I didn't know about it.
Oh, okay.
And then next thing you know, like a couple months later, a sheriff came to our house like, hey, your son has a bench warrant, right?
So warrant at 9 years old?
Yeah, 9 years
Oh,
old.
man, that's crazy.
Yeah. So then they said that I am detained and I'm going to juvenile hall. Mm-hmm. Dude, like my first time, I was crying.
Of course.
Like I didn't even know what the hell was going on, right?
Of course.
So I didn't know nothing about no court system, none of that. So I went to juvenile hall for a couple of days, ended up on probation. They let me out like 10 days later. So yeah, ever since then, like I just been like a troublemaker.
Did that experience scare you, or did it make you like, oh, this ain't nothing?
Honestly, I think it just added fuel to the fire.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Right. Because during that time, you gotta remember, like in that time, in the 90s, like all the Hmong kids, like nobody had nothing.
Yeah.
We didn't know like the American culture. We didn't know, like we weren't gifted with the life that like everything was handed to us, right? Mm-hmm. So everybody, like all my friends and all that, stealing bikes, running runaways and all that, everything. Right. Smoking cigarettes, already gangbanging, you know? Right. I'm not a gangbanger, but I've been around gangbangers all my life.
You grew up around them.
Yeah. So that's that. And then when the tables kind of started to turn was I used to have there was a Jewish guy, right? And he would always come pick up like all the like Hmong kids and stuff to go kick at H&W Merced, right? Uh-huh. So then he would like take the bigger kids and then he'll drop my brother off at my house and stuff. And one day he was like, hey, what's up? You want to go to work? I go hang out over there. And I was only like 13, mm-hmm. right? And I was like, yeah, sure. Like, I don't know. I was in like Kokia and all that, you know? And then I went, and as I was over there, like, I started like, like affiliate with like May and stuff like that worked there. Mm-hmm. And you know, a lot of them, they were like small time drug dealers, right? They're slanging like marijuana and stuff like that. So as I was over there, I see like the waitress and all that they need help making sodas and stuff. So then like me, like I'm always helpful. So I would go make their drinks for them. And then at the end of the night, they'll tip me, like they'll give me a little bit of their tip, like $1 or $2. Right. And then I kind of worked my way there to become a fryer, to cook. And I even went and got my worker's permit as I was 13. So I was already working at age 13, getting a real paycheck. Okay. Mm-hmm. So I used to buy like, I used to buy like nice shoes and stuff. Like I'll be like the flyest Hmong kid at fucking middle school during the time that like me and Jonka was going to school together, you know?
Looking good already.
Yeah. Like I was the only kid that had, like Hmong kid that had the best kick. Yeah. Yeah. So that was going on. And then like I had like another group of friends and they were Hmong too. So they're like young like me too. They're still trying to figure themselves out. Got jumped in gangs while we're all hanging out and stuff. But during that time, it was like when the crank used to like barely start popping up. Right. So to make word on, they used to sell like crank, right? They'll sell like little like 10 sack and stuff. I didn't know what it was. Right. Right. Because before I even saw that, like they were already selling weed. And then when they were selling weed, like I used to see like the Hmong kids, the older ones than me that were in gangs, they used to buy like crack and they'll lace it up with the marijuana and they used to call it like a cavi, mm-hmm. right? Mm-hmm. So like a lot of dudes, anybody that is watching this right now, they know what a cavi is. Right. If they do know, you be in my age frame, you know what I mean? So that's lacing up crack with weed and smoking it. Right. And then that was that little area that they used to do that until the crank came out, right? So then I was like, damn, dude, like how come like like the older kids than me, how come like always do you crank the I told my we're not cool, right? Mm-hmm. So then one day I was like, you know what? How about I just buy some from my Mexican friend and just sell it to the Hmong kids, which they're my homies, right? Right. But then I didn't know like what it was, you know. I just thought it was like marijuana.
Right.
Because I saw so much marijuana. So I think I bought like an 8-ball, right? And then during that time, like my brother, he was doing it too. And the kikiru la wa. And then I started selling it. So I would come home and then like I'll have it all bagged up. And then my brothers, they would buy it from me and they're like, hey, we got friends that's gonna come buy it. But then like, dude, these type of transactions, it usually take like, dude, like 1, 2 in the morning. But I don't understand it. Like
late night shit.
Late night, like fucking 4 in the morning. So like every time like they'll buy something from me, it'd be like hella late, right? And then like later on, like come to find out, like when I go to sleep, they be stealing my fucking drugs, right? I didn't know, right?
For real?
No, I didn't know. And then like, as time kind of went by, like I keep fucking getting the second hand, you know?
Yeah.
And then like, I be up with them too. And then just one day, like one night, like I was curious. So I was like, hey, let me try it too, right? Knowing them, they should have been good big brothers. They would have been like,
stop you from doing
stop
that.
me.
Yeah.
But no, they're like, yeah, because they knew I had it.
Yeah.
Right? So if I smoke it, they could all smoke, right? For free.
They wanted you to become a smoker.
Yeah. So that was all it took, man. One hit, bro. I became a bum after that, straight up. I used to take showers like in the morning and nighttime. When I got on that shit, I don't even take showers like 5 days I'll take a shower.
Like you didn't care about nothing else.
I didn't care. All I was chasing after is the next hit.
Just get that high. That's
the
it.
next hit.
Yeah.
So this was like probably like 9th to 10th grade. You know, I was in high school. Yeah, so after that, that's why I dropped out of high school, because I didn't care about that shit no more. And then when the supplies started getting low, right? And the only way to get some more was to go steal cars. Steal stereo speakers, amps, whatever, right? So that's what we started doing, to trade that for some like, you know, crank and stuff like that. So you guys see all this, like all these black people, you know, that in San Francisco, that they be popping windows and all that. We did all that before all them that even did that. I used to steal cars broad daylight. You know what I mean? When the gas runs out, I'm hopping into another G-Ride.
Because you
I'm
needed,
stealing
you
like
needed it.
5-6 cars a day.
Yeah.
You know? So, and everybody that I knew had a little fucking shaved scissor. So during that time, like Toyota Camry was the hit list, you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure I done stole like so many people's car, you know what I mean? Ain't no naming, but you know what I mean? But when you're on drug, you become scandalous, man.
You didn't care about nothing else but the drugs, right?
Yeah, that's trying to get the next bag,
right?
The next bump.
That's like that's the addiction that takes everything away, all your morals, everything.
Yeah.
You didn't care about nothing no more.
Don't
right?
care about nothing, man.
Yeah.
You become a scrub, man.
Yeah.
Like the lowest of the low, but you don't know that. You don't care.
Of that.
Yeah, you're not and you don't want to give a fuck.
Yeah.
To be honest, you don't want to quit. You know, like you're in your own little world, and you also separate yourself from the normal people too.
Right.
The normal people that go to school and all that, like they're gone. Like you don't want to be around them. Like you're in a group where like in a shack or something, rolling dice or something, like, you know what I mean, ghetto, in dirty ass floor and all that, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, we were stealing during that time. Like all we knew was to steal, like, you know, Toyota Camrys and all that. And then later we got a little bit more advanced, and we started stealing like Honda Civics and stuff like that. Because it was a lot easier to do the Honda Civic, because all you need was a fucking forehead and a crowbar.
Yeah.
Right? Because all you gotta do is just flex that driver window, open the door. There's only 3 screws underneath the steering wheel. Pop that off, break the lock on the ignition. There's 3 screws on the ignition on this side. Just use that screwdriver, the forehead, to pop in, turn it on.
You give too much direction,
It
man.
don't matter, man.
People might try it.
So that's the old school way. The new school way now, they got remotes and stuff, man.
Yeah,
they
don't
kill
work no
your
more.
It's
Don't work
like,
no
dude, they're so advanced.
Yeah.
But that's what it was, man. And man, like I was a bum, bro. Like, you know, I was a bum. Like everybody around me was a bum. Like I did like coke, crystal meth. No, I did like crystal meth with like dudes. You know what I mean? Like I'll just say it like this, right? Dudes that had no life during that time. And all we listened to was KLS in a small little room, trying to get high, and our pipe was dry, no fucking crystal, or coke, or crank.
Yeah.
Now they became fucking lawyers. Now they became like somebody.
Changed.
You know what I mean? They became a realtor.
Right.
Like they became somebody.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm kind of glad that like I did that at a younger age.
Right.
Because the ones that started behind me, now they're fucked up.
Yeah.
Because how they make it now, the drugs,
It's different.
is different. They use like wasp spray
Yeah.
to crystallize, to make the crystal.
Right.
Back then it was ephedrine and all that shit,
Right.
right? The new way is the cheap way. Nowadays, the crystal, I haven't tried it,
Right.
but from what I'm hearing is you go to sleep on it.
Yeah.
Back then we stay up for 7 fucking days, don't eat,
Yeah.
you know? So that's that. And then what really changed me was I went to go steal some cars with one of my friends, right? Well, he went out to go steal a car, and I was the guy in the car waiting for him. But the cops came, he ran, and I took off with the car. And the cops shot my fucking tires.
They chase you down.
And then they chased me, and then I drove all the way through the orchards and all that. My tires was already popped. And then I got out of the car and ran towards the orchard. The police tackled me. That's the first time that I went to prison.
So that you caught a prison case with it.
Yeah, I caught a prison case. Yeah, for fleeing the cops, because that's automatic 1 year.
Right.
For that. And then like GTA and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm
How old were you?
I turned 18.
Barely adult. Yeah.
I like barely was my birthday and I went to prison.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I went to prison at age 18. And when I went, like before I went to prison, I thought I was badass on drugs, thinking I'm the shit, nobody could stop me. But man, in prison, dude, there's always somebody fucking tougher than you. I don't even care if you're the toughest gangbanger out here, man. Yeah. When you go in there, they're gonna put you in your spot, you know? Yeah. You better come correct, or you know what I mean? They're gonna fuck you up.
Yeah.
So I went there in prison, and I was a young kid. So when coming as a young individual, a lot of the older dudes in there, they would like, they would school you. Because they got a lot of time, like, and they give you a different perspective, and because a lot of them, they're not coming out,
right,
and they want you to go do better, because you come back in, they're gonna beat you up, So I went to prison for like probably like 2 years, and I came out, I think like 2003, right? So I come to figure that, like, you know what? I need to change, like, my environment, right?
Did prisons help you with a drug addiction?
Yes, it did, because I was clean for 2 years.
You were clean for 2 years?
I was clean for 2 years. Right. Not only that, a lot of dudes in there, they schooled me as well,
You learn,
and it make you, when you're in prison, you reflect that, like, damn, all that fucking shit that you did, you could have died.
Yeah.
You could have, like, killed somebody. Right. You know what I mean? You were like a bum. You were a scrub, bro. So I realized that. So when I came out, the changes I made was I changed my group. So I didn't hang around with fucking crackheads no more. Right. So I jumped over. It was a new thing when I got out. Everybody was drinking beer now. Right. Hanging out with girls.
Right.
That was like, I never did that when I was on drugs. Right. So it was kind of fun going to different cities and shit. Party, Yeah. So that was a little cool thing. Yeah, so when I got out of prison, I changed my surroundings with a different group. And this group, I used to go to school with all of them, So
you knew everybody, basically.
Yeah, so I went, I separated myself from all the people that did dope and stuff like that, and went to a different group. And I saw the light, but shit, during that time when I came out, like in 2003, oh shit, it was like drama season. Like, you know what I mean? That's when shit every week. So itu mio lai ma to le na mersa.
Super active at that time.
Super active, man. People like gangs were dying left and right, you know.
Yeah.
Everybody had a banger on them, you know what I mean? Because never know. You can't even pull up to a gas station, you know what I mean? Like one gotta be watching, you know what I mean? Ready.
Right.
So yeah, that happened for like a couple years and stuff. So
were you involved with that too? Like,
I mean, I'm not a gang member, but I was involved with growing up because my brother was from a gang. Right? So then no matter what, you eat my label, yeah.
Yeah.
So then you you label, but I've always been the smarter one.
Right.
That I know that the responsibility is too big.
Right.
And I never wanted a part of that responsibility.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't want nobody to tell me like, oh, today you gotta go kill somebody.
Right.
And then you just have you ain't like right? I didn't want that responsibility. So I chose not to be a gang member.
Right. But you still hung out with all the gang members.
Yeah. So it got really crazy. And I found a girl, and you know, I wanted to get married to her. Right. I thought that, like, you know what, I had a bad past, and I wanted to change for me, for my family, and everybody.
Right.
So luckily she wanted to get married. So we were gonna get married. We were planning to get married. And I took her home, and now her parents on her family side, they weren't like too happy about it.
Right.
So then now they want us to get married.
Right.
So me, I never had a father, but my dad was he lived in Wisconsin. So me thinking like, you know what, since I'm your son, like, I have a little bit of right to at least call you.
Just ask him.
To let you know that I'm about to get married. If you have any ideas to help me get this marriage, to get me married.
Right.
I was just asking for Nulu Dalu Johnson.
Yeah, because in the Hmong culture, you need a guidance. You need people to help you. It's not that easy, right? You know what I mean?
Right. And flat out, he told me, no.
Deny you.
Yeah. He rejected me. And then he said that if I wanted to get married, I should have brought my fiance to Wisconsin. But since I'm with my mom in Cali, then that's her problem. And he don't want nothing to do with it. And the crazy thing is suka. No, what would you call that? Mekonga. Mekonga.
Oh, okay.
That's the sad part.
So right? He know the rules.
Yeah. And I was torn to pieces.
Yeah, that gotta hurt. Yeah.
I was torn to pieces, and but you know what? That made me become a better person. Like, became stronger. Right. Because now I have everything in my strength to prove to him that he fucked up. That I was one of those, son that he didn't help, and that I'm gonna show him that I was that son that he needed. Right. So everything did not happen overnight. I got married. My cousins, they came and helped me, but it was, la to la wa yeah. Yeah. Just because I am le ton chasa. Yeah. Got married, and like 5 years in a relationship, things didn't work out. She left. So when she left, I moved like all my little homies in with me, right? And then I started to that was like in 2009, 2010, and that's when so I jumped on that wave with Light to Josa too. Right. And I had my own house and stuff, so that's when I started to grow marijuana and stuff like that.
Start getting to the game. And then.
Yeah, and then the funny thing is during that time, my mom, they'd be like, "Oh, would you buy no job? Light name Josa here, stuff like that, right?
Right.
And then fucking later on, right? Man, my parents, they be up in the hill trimming and shit, right? I'm like, ooh. I remember in 2010, y'all was telling us, So, yeah, my ex-wife left me like in 2010.
Just because y'all didn't get along? Or?
Yeah, I mean, it was, the fire's dead, you know what I mean? So, like, I think we got married too early.
Yeah.
We didn't even figure ourselves out, Yeah. So when she left, and then like, that's when like we started doing coke, like in 2010. Yeah, like during that time I used to watch Scarface, right? And man, like when I did coke during that time, like I feel like I was unstoppable. Like it was just like fucking, if I was to flip my car on the freeway, dude, I would not die. Right. But then this is the thing, right? With cocaine, it's like when you do it, the next day you don't have that urge to do it.
Right.
Like crystal meth, when you do it, no matter what, you wake up, you need to fucking find some.
Right.
Coke, it was like, it's more like a chill, like
party drug.
Party drug, right? So we always use the excuse like, do chill, like you're addicted. You know you my one, right?
Right.
And then like soon down the line, like, we got like a few other homies to do it. And then one thing led to another. Everybody started kind of doing it, but I would have to say like we are probably like the first ones to start doing coke.
Yeah.
And then like, speaking it about now, now like the cocaine is like out of control.
Right.
Everybody fucking do coke, like I've been sober for 2 years, and now that I see like when we used to say that it was to you Paul you
right,
hide behind your wives and shit, fucking take a bump and shit, like acting like you drunk, you feeling good, but they don't know, right? That's fucked up too, because you want pleasure and you're selfish, and they don't even know about it,
Right. So that's how you were living a crazy party life, basically.
Yeah. Thinking that like this is not like crystal meth.
Right.
That but it became like, as I started to like document like how long I've been doing it, how many times I do it a week. No, you're a fucking crackhead, because you might do it 2-3 times a week, but dude, you're doing it every week.
Right.
But 2-3 times. And it got to a point too where like why I stopped was I was like damn near deaf too, because like when you do so much of it, your heart will pump so hard, and then you'll be sweating like crazy, right? Like there's been times where I lay on my bed like sweating, and my heart's pumping so fast that like, damn, my heart's about to fucking blow. And truth be told, like, I always mention this, like all these dudes, all these girls that they drink the night before and they don't wake up the next day, they've been doing coke.
Yeah.
And I'm here to say it. You know what I mean? Maybe I say this, maybe you could tell your wife to stop. Maybe you could tell your husband to stop.
Yeah.
You could probably save their life. So how I stopped, I told my wife that I was doing coke. I've been doing coke behind her back.
She didn't even know you was doing it.
Nope. And then when I told her that, because I told her for a reason, because if she knew, then I know that she'll know that I'm on it.
Right.
So that makes me like not want to do it, because I'm gonna get caught.
Right.
Right.
You need reinforcement, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's why I stopped.
Okay.
I stopped for good. Even nowadays, like I still see like, people do it in front of me, but it doesn't even like, I don't feel the urge. You guys just do your thing.
Yeah.
But like the reason why I'm doing this podcast is it's awareness that if you love somebody, you love your wife and kids, you love your husband, your kids, stop being selfish, man. Stop. because the day you die, they're the ones that's gonna be in pain.
Yeah.
Your kids not gonna want. They're not gonna know why you die.
Right.
Right. And it was because your selfish pleasure.
Yeah.
Right. So that's why I stopped.
That's good.
And I hope that this message gets out to you guys. Don't think that like you're gonna take the next bump, you're not gonna die. Dude, they put fentanyl in there. That shit kills you in your sleep.
Yeah. They put all kind of crazy shit now.
Yeah. Fentanyl. That's the main thing. Yeah. And the doctors, they give you fentanyl too, like for pain. Mm-hmm. But they give you a dosage where you're not gonna die.
Right.
But when you do so much of that coke and there's so much fentanyl, you will die.
Yeah.
It creep up on you. You won't even know it. You won't even wake up.
Yeah.
So I know that a lot of these people that did die, nobody died before. Mm-hmm. Before all this cocaine didn't come around, no Hmong people died.
Yeah.
How come now everybody's dying from their sleep?
Yeah.
Wake up, man. Everybody's dying from cocaine.
Yeah.
But I know that the family probably knows that their fucking kids are doing coke. You know, their daughter's doing coke or their son is doing coke. But they'd use a cover up because Hmong people were humble, right?
Right.
And we don't want to spill the beans so everybody know that shit, my son was on coke. That's why he died.
Right.
Ain't nobody, they're not gonna say that to other families, right? They just, maybe he just sleep apnea or some shit. Yeah, Jai son, right? But dude, this is not no fucking secret, man. You love your fucking family, man. You should help stop them.
Yeah.
From doing it.
Step in and say something.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's no joke. When they go, they don't come back no more.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
So now, since I don't do it no more, when I was on it, as active I am as a businessman, my business was not going correct.
Right.
I could go correct for a couple of days, but once I fucking hit a bump, boom, everything just fucking south.
Right.
And it's every time like when I want to fucking clean my boat, I take a bump. That's that cleaning boat. That's done. You know what I mean? Like you ain't gonna do it no more.
Yeah.
You're just gonna be kicking in your garage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Playing some fucking stupid ass cards or something, like killing time. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's my message to everybody. I know that this is like a touchy subject and people won't speak on it, but I'll be the first one to speak on it because I'm not scared. And not only that, like I graduated from all this fucking shit.
Yeah.
So I could speak on it because I did it already. You know? So.
Yeah, you've been through it. You done it. You're not afraid to admit it.
Yeah,
You know? And that's what makes you change. You know?
Yeah, and I can't sit up here and tell you guys to stop or do what you like to tell you if I never walked that path like you guys. I did it all, you know?
Of course.
And I feel a lot better now.
Of course.
Yeah, my mind is on game. You know, I look forward to my wife and kids. Like, I look forward to taking them out to eat. Like, why am I gonna go spend fucking $80 on a gram when I could have took my wife and kids them to go eat or take them to go play?
Yeah.
With the $80, but being selfish, use the $80 for a gram for myself, and then they're left out in the dark.
Yeah.
Right, waiting for me because I'm over here getting high.
Yeah.
So.
That's true.
Yeah. So that's that. So yeah. Now speaking about all that, you know, like me and my dad, we ever since that time, he didn't help me, right? So he got incarcerated as well.
Your dad got incarcerated?
He got incarcerated. So I come from a crazy family. My dad, you know, like he's a strong person, right? But like his weakness is like girls, women,
yeah,
right? He think the more women he got, the more power, right? But to me, that's just stupid. Right. You're just a horny bastard.
Yeah.
And he went and got married to a Laos girl, and Sapa Nutua.
Yeah, from Laos.
She came stay with him for 2 years, and she left on him, bounced on him with some other dude. So he went and waited for a dude to go to work at 8 a.m, and he shot him.
Damn.
Killed him.
Right?
Yeah. Like, I put this on blast because there's more to the story, right? So so he went to prison. He's looking at, I don't know, 99 years to life, whatever, right? But I always been resentment because he didn't help me, right? So now he's doing time.
Yeah.
I want nothing to do with it, right? He'll write me letters like he's sorry, this and that, but I won't forgive him.
He's trying to reach out to you now.
So then one day, like I was with my wife, and we're like out somewhere in LA, and I was just laying down in the back seat while we were driving. Somebody was driving for us, and I just started crying. Right. And then out of the blue, I just said, you know what? I forgive you. You know what I mean? Once I said that, 2 days later, my dad died in prison.
He died in prison?
Yes. He died in prison. And then I was somewhere. And then everybody called me. They're like, hey, you know, your dad died, right? And I said, I don't give a fuck. Who was he to me? You know, he abandoned us. So I was like, you guys deal with it. I don't want no part of it. So then I went to go sleep. The next morning, I woke up and I just fucking booked a fucking flight to Wisconsin, to Milwaukee. And for some reason, like, I had this idea that, you know what? As much as I hate you, I'm not coming to bury you because I love you. I'm coming to bury you the proper burial so that you don't come and haunt or come taku chening. Okay? So I'm going to give you a proper burial. So I went up there. Nobody wanted to help me. I went to Missouri. I had cousins there. You know, they didn't want to help me, but they did. Right? So part of like the reason why is because my grandma and grandpa, they died. They were robbed and killed. And during that time, it was the war. So right?
Back in the
So
old country.
Yeah. So then the law war bad stuff for my dad. They always had bad luck.
Right.
All of them. Like watch like everything, just like the Yang curse, right? So I didn't want that to happen because my kids, my brother's kids, my sister's kids, all of them, their grandkids, my grandkids, all that, the next generation, right? It's gonna happen to them if I don't take care of this. So that's why I gave my dad a proper burial. It's not because I loved him, because I love my next generation and I care about them. That's why I did it.
You did what's right, though.
Yeah. So I didn't want the curse to follow onto them.
Doing that, did it give you some sort of closure?
Well, I mean, somewhat, you know. Closure, meaning that I know that the next generation, they'll be safe. Nobody's going to bother them. But no closure because why? I bring my kids to this earth, right? Because I love them. Right. I didn't bring them on because I want them to help me or use them as a slave or
Right.
Yeah, but for the older parents, it's like but I didn't have my kids for that because I wanted kids. I love them. I'm not gonna mistreat them like that. You know what I mean? So I don't have closure on that because when he brought me into this earth, like I was treated like a stepchild. Right? Like I was a nice kid. So I just want to share this a little bit with you guys, that if you guys are probably going through this, you know, even though you guys don't love whoever that didn't love you guys, just give them proper burial to protect your next generation so they don't go through that generational curse.
How your father was, it made you become a better father, right?
Yeah, because my mom's a gambler. I don't gamble.
Right.
I gamble, but it's damn near 100% win. I gamble, right? My dad, he like hella bitches.
He's a womanizer.
Yes. I don't.
Right.
You know, I just
You're
stick
loyal.
to one.
Yeah, you're loyal.
You know, he likes to gamble too. I don't. You know what I mean?
So basically, their flaws in life.
Yeah, I see it.
You to be
different,
better person.
Yes, different. Yeah. And you know, I come from a bloodline that so every day when I wake up, I check myself as well.
Yeah.
because I could be that monster. But I check myself to not be like that. Right. And every day there could be like an incident, right, where, hey, you more like but you have to like, no. You got to keep that in check. So, but yeah, kuchi wanda, then I probably would be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah. So you've been through it, you know what I mean? Because you had that in you. Yeah. But you were able to see that and grow from that. Yeah. Become a better man. I'm sure your kids love you for that. Right? Yeah. You know what I mean?
I mean, they don't really know. They're still young, but my older daughter know. But you know, I'm not going to hide nothing from them. It's better like being a parent to be like honest, right? You teach them like, I went and got in trouble, did this, right? Yeah. So that when they grow up, they're like, hey, you know what? Let's not be like that because he did this and he went to prison for this. Yeah. And let's not be like that too. Yeah. It's because some parents, they keep their mouth closed. And then the kids, they don't know and they do something bad. And then they end up like that, you know? Yeah. So you teach them.
You teach them. You got to teach them so they won't do the same thing you do. Yeah. Right. But that's good though. You know what I mean? Like I say, now you look at it, you have all the lessons you needed in life.
Right. You know? And you know, like I'm kind of glad that I didn't have a father figure around, because if I did, maybe it would have like restrict me from like experiencing all these things that I experienced without a dad, right? Yeah. Because I was buck wild, right? I pay all my dues, went through all the mistakes, right? To become who I am today, right? Now, if I had a father figure where like, no, you can't do this, no, you can't do that, right? But when my dad's not there no more, and then I would probably fucked up so much. Right. Because I never got to experience like how to fail. You get what I'm saying?
True.
Yeah.
True. I mean, you know, you would be the man you are today.
Right.
Because you'll be more relaxed. Yeah. Because, you know, everything you have in life is because your drive, you know? Right. You know, because you want to get out of that hole, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah, nothing was given, man. Yeah. And I think that's our drive. Yeah. And, you know, I hope the next generation will have that drive too, even though we provide. Mm-hmm. But I think they might be on a better road than us, you know, because I think your age and my age, our generation, we're learning just like our parents too. Yeah, yeah. We didn't know no better.
That's why we can't really blame our parents too. Because you know, they came from a whole different society. Right. And they come here and they had to learn everything. It was frustrating, right? Because you come to a whole new country, not know anything. You know?
I figured they probably, you know, I know they tried to do their best. Yeah. But they didn't know. You know.
Yeah, but now we know.
Yeah.
So, you know, we can teach our kids. Right. You know, and we can grow from that, you know. So I think like your journey, man, it was an amazing journey, right? Hey, God let you live.
It was crazy.
Reason, right? You know what I mean?
It's crazy.
Like you survived
everything.
More things than a normal person would. Yeah. Right? You know what I mean?
That's what the shaman said. Yeah. When they looked into me. Yeah. They said, dude, you never even really lived with your parents. Yeah. And you went through more things. You see more things than a normal person will see.
Right. Yeah. Right.
So that's what makes me who I am today. Yeah. And you know, I'm humbled by that too.
Yeah. 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 I think that's a good thing to tell people, is to be humble, because you have a great life and then all of a sudden tomorrow, everything's gone.
Yeah.
Right?
It like, don't think you're all badass because you got like 100 bands today. Yeah. Because you could lose it all tomorrow and you're not nothing too. So you gotta love everybody, like no matter they rich or poor, you love them equally. Like I do. Yeah. You know, like I have friends that they ain't got nothing. You know, I still go buy them shoes and buy them food. Right. You know what I mean? People come on. Right. Well, if people that they don't know how to take care of themselves, they don't care no more, I won't help them. It'll be a waste of my time.
Of course. Yeah. So what do you think for the next generation, man? What do we need to push our community further?
We have to support our kids. Okay. So like if they need to get into certain type of sports, academic, whatever they please, right? Just be their backbone, because not all kids are gonna be equal, right? Some are gonna be talented, some are not gonna be talented. Right. Meaning some might play basketball better, but they don't know how to make money, right? Mm-hmm. So like you just, depending on you two kid, huh? Like I'm kind of thinking right now, like I'm watching my kids, right? I'm already seeing like, okay, I'm already seeing it, right?
You see it, yeah.
So then like I already know like, okay, this guy when he gets a little bigger, I think I'm gonna put him in UFC. Now this guy, he likes to do math and read and all that. Maybe I'm gonna stick him in school. You know what I mean? This guy, he likes to draw and stuff. Like, you know, I want to get him as much color crowns and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like you tell us, huh? Because you can't like con you tu niño to be what you want them to be.
Of course.
Because that's not right. Because like later on when they're gonna grow up one day, and they're not stupid, they're gonna find out that like damn, we did everything that our parent want, but damn, our life is pretty fucked up right now because we follow their path. So let them do them, because the day that they fail in that, they can't blame you or anything, right? But you tell us.
I think that's a great point right there, because I think a lot of people don't understand that like not everybody's built the same. Even though those are your kids, you know, they excel at certain things.
Right.
You have to focus their energy on what they excel in instead of just like, hey, do what I think is right, you know what I mean?
Right.
Because how do you know your way is right? That, you know, you can't judge a fish how he climbs a tree. Right. You know what I mean? He doesn't know how to climb a tree, right? You know what I mean? Don't pay attention to the haters and, you know, just keep doing you.
Yeah, you see some kid that has zero support and worth you to tell to become better, it's worth the time.
Yeah, definitely.
It's worth the time.
And I see you helping the community a lot. You know what I mean?
From the slums, like from like scandalous stealing shit to now helping a lot of people. And you guys could do it too. If you're out there struggling on addiction, you could change. You just gotta move yourself out of the circle you're in. And put yourself into a different circle. But you gotta commit.
You gotta want to change.
You gotta want to change.
You gotta want to.